Hello, America. I'm Camille Chandler, and this is Qualitative Listening. On this episode, I'm going to talk about the power of bonds and why they have more power than stocks. Then I'm going to expand into the subject of governments buying bonds. Let's begin. Governments depend on bonds. Countries fund themselves issuing bonds like U.S. Treasuries and Eurobonds. If bond investors lose confidence, interest rate spikes, borrowing costs soar, and governments feel immediate pressure. Think of the UK bond crisis in 2022. Markets rejected a budget and the Prime Minister resigned. 2. Bonds influence interest rates and monetary policy. Central banks don't buy stocks, they buy and sell bonds to steer the economy. Bond yields signal inflation, recession risk, and confidence in government policy. 3. Bond markets enforce discipline. Politicians may promise big spending, but if bond investors don't buy in, they face a fiscal reckoning. This gives bondholders indirect political leverage. They can vote with money. Number 4. Sovereign credit ratings matter. If rating agencies downgrade a country's bonds, it creates political fallout, higher debt costs, and political scrutiny. Stocks don't trigger that kind of systemic pressure. So yes, bonds are more powerful than stocks. Now, let's expand into that power, mainly focusing on how government buys bonds, therefore making them profitable. Absolutely. Bonds can become very profitable when governments start buying them. This usually happens during the periods of quantitative easing or monetary stimulus. Here's how it works. Government buys equals demand spike. When a central bank like the Fed buys bonds, it increases demand. Higher demand equals higher prices, and bondholders who bought earlier can sell at a profit. 2. Yields drop. Prices rise. As the government buys bonds, yields fall. Since prices and yields move in opposite directions, investors holding bonds with higher fixed interest rates now own more attractive assets, which go up in value. 3. Front running the Fed. Smart money often buys bonds before the government steps in. Then they sell them later at a higher price. Capital gains on top of coupon payments. Alright, that's how bonds are more powerful than stocks and how government buying bonds can make them more profitable. That's the show, folks. Thanks for listening to Qualitative Listening.